Bundle up. We've got some cold weather games. Get your poncho if you're in Jacksonville. We've got some rain. And Dave, is that a poncho?
I mean, there's no hood for it, but it's weatherproof, old school NFL equipment thing. Who cares? Who cares what I'm wearing?
It's not a poncho.
Who gives a hoot? Sorry for the language.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about the weather a little bit, and we're going to talk about some injuries, and we're going to answer your questions. Welcome, everybody, to Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. An hour and 50 minutes or 55 minutes until your lineups lock, and we have to, I think work our way through. It could be a low-scoring week. We'll see. It's just the quarterback is just so bad this week. It's disgusting. Anyway, how you doing, Dave? Ready to roll?
I am ready. Let's go. I love all the questions that are like, I'm winning, I'm in, or I got to win this week.
I know.
Well, no kidding, buddy. We got to win every week. And so let's do what we can to try and help you. I've got some rankings changes to talk about if you're interested before we get going a little bit. I added Jaden Reed to the receiver rankings. I'm not very excited about him. It's going to be a low ADOT type of opportunity for him. There's been plenty of games with him seeing 6+ targets. I think it's 8 of his last 19. He's seen 6 or more targets, but it's even lower when you're looking for yardage. He feels almost like a touchdown or bust type guy. And with the receiving core being what it is for Green Bay, meaning a lot of players there, it's hard to buy into Reed in his first game back, coming in and having a big game against Chicago, but he will be a short area target for Jordan Love. The weather in Jacksonville, I'm really keeping an eye on that, because if it is a downpour, that's obviously bad for throwing deep. And that's a problem for Alec Pierce. And it's a problem for Brian Thomas Jr., even though he hasn't gotten a lot of work there. It's an upgrade to the running, downgrade to the quarterbacks. We will see just how bad that rain is. If it's really not that bad, I'll probably have to move some of those guys back up. Rome Odunze being out, I moved Luther Burden up quite a bit, DJ Moore as well. I think those two guys will be big-time target getters for Caleb Williams against the zone coverage that the Packers tend to give. I don't think there's really anything else. We need to see what the snow is really like in Buffalo before we start downgrading Bengals and Bills players. And the same thing in Cleveland, although I don't think anybody's really chomping at the bit to start Titans and Browns other than the obvious guys.
Yeah, and look, McPherson was a guy that, was one of the best waiver wire ads kicking in this Buffalo snow. I don't know what to do with that. Do we move on? Do we get an indoor kicker or just a safer kicker? Or
you could do that. That's always the smart plan, but don't make it a bad kicker or a kicker on a bad offense.
I think I'm going to drop Alec Pierce right now for Luther Burden. What do you think?
I mean, the problem is what's your situation? Are you desperate for a win, or?
I'm not. I mean, it'd be good, but I'm not desperate for a win.
I'd hate to leave Alec Pierce on the waiver wire, because even after this week, what does he have? He's got Seattle. That's going to be tough. And then San Francisco after that could be a lot better. And then Jacksonville at home. There won't be a weather issue then. I'd be it's a smaller league. I don't want to drop Alec Pierce if I don't have to, but if you're going to do it today, obviously, so that you have a chance to pick him up in a couple of days.
All right. Let's see what's on everybody else's mind. And just real quick, what do you know about the Chargers? We got Omari and Hampton expected to play. We still don't know for sure on Justin Herbert, but we're thinking he's going to play. What are we doing about that Monday night sitch?
It's really a bad scenario for them, but if Justin Herbert's just going to focus on getting the ball out quick while being in shotgun, I think it's going to be good for Omari and Hampton, who's had 6 targets each of his last 3 games, 5 catches in each of his last 3. I expect him to be the 1A running back. There was only one game when Hampton was healthy where another running back had even 10 touches. He had the rest. I feel pretty good about Hampton as a number 2 running back.
And you're going to assume Herbert's playing?
I am assuming Herbert's playing. It gets worse if Herbert does not play, but we're not going to know. There's no report suggesting that Herbert's not going to play.
All right, here we go. Let's get to your questions now. Jacoby Brissett or Jaden? Rest of season. Oh.
Yeah, that makes it tricky, doesn't it? If you're in a win now situation, do you really have to drop? Do you really have to drop Jaden Daniels? I wouldn't want to do that. I'd want to carry both. I think because we're thinking rest of season, I would go Daniels over Brissett.
Okay. Weatherman Dave, any line movement with the weather?
I haven't looked to see. That's a good question.
A little bit. A little bit, like in
Well,
a
ask
game.
me if you already know.
Well, I don't know. Is this? Well, it's not me. It's the chat asking you.
No. The chat's asking me, but I said I haven't looked at it. I'm looking at it now. But then you're talking like you know.
Yeah, I do know.
So tell us.
I'm trying. There's been a little bit of line movement in these weather games. The Buffalo game went down. I think the Packers game went down. It's been like a point for these games, and then one other game, maybe the Jacksonville game.
The Browns total went down 2 points from when it opened.
Yeah. All right.
2.5 to 3 points for the Jaguars game.
That's a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
Sutton or Hampton, PPR?
I actually see the total going up for the Bills game. I think I have Sutton over Hampton.
Ertz or Waller?
What's the format?
I don't know.
I don't think it really matters, but I'd go Ertz.
All right. How about Pierce or Godwin?
I did not move Alec Pierce down that much that he'd be behind Godwin, who I view as more of like a middle to low end number 3 receiver. I think Pierce is more of a high end number 3 receiver.
How about pick 3? Olave, Vele, Adonai Mitchell, and Jaden Higgins.
I'm sitting Vele.
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller? I don't know who that is. I like Schultz over Darren Waller.
I think I combine Dalton and Darren there. Bo Nix or Daniel Jones?
Nix. That's certainly weather related. I do not like the idea of a quarterback with a fractured fibula playing on a wet surface.
And that's why I don't really want to start Alec Pierce. But
I get it. Completely get it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to start him either.
And here's a Burden question, because Burden, Burden's been really good when he's gotten targeted. This is their leading target getter, Rome Odunze, who is week to week. So I just don't really have a ton of faith in the Bears passing game in this spot. But I have this gut feeling. I really might do this. I really might drop Pierce for Burden. But anyway, half PPR, start 2. Burden, Vele. I'm definitely starting Burden in this group. But Vele or Dobbs?
I agree. I would start Burden over both Vele and Dobbs. His slot rate was as high as 62% last week. His playing time, we talked about this on Thursday, has been going up over the last couple of weeks. He's getting his targets between the numbers. That's a perfect fit for what he's going to see with that Packers defense, playing zone coverage, creating that shell, trying to take away the deep ball. I think that we could really see Luther Burden see a step up in targets, especially if the Packers build a lead and it's the Bears playing from behind, which we haven't seen from Chicago much lately. And we know that Burden does have after catch potential. So I like him too. In a non-PPR league, I could see him having a bigger day than Alec Pierce because of the weather more than anything. If the weather were really perfect in Jacksonville, I'd have a hard time sitting Pierce for Burden.
All right, but who's the second guy in this group, Vele or Dobbs?
I believe I have Dobbs over Vele. It's a trust issue for me with Vele and just whether or not he's going to have that exact same opportunity as last week.
Okay, Arande Gadsden or Dalton Kincaid? Kincaid's a tough one too. We're going to get the inactive soon. We're expecting him to play, but I'd love to get a report on, he's full go or whatever. Gadsden or Kincaid, Herbert or Rodgers?
I'd plan on Kincaid. I think if he's active, he will play, but this is another situation where a player's got a knee and hamstring issues and he's playing on a slippery surface. That makes me nervous, but Gadsden makes me nervous too. So I would just chance it with Kincaid. I don't really like Herbert or Rodgers. Would I start Tyrod Taylor over both of them? I don't know if I don't know if I'm there yet with Herbert versus Tyrod Taylor. I probably should be.
You're going to have to get there soon. You got an hour.
Yeah, I know. Going to have to make that call soon. I'm going to make that call. I'll start Taylor over Herbert.
Okay. Luther Burden or Kyle Monangai?
It sounds so stupid, but I'm
no, I would do the same thing. I have zero faith in Justin Herbert. He's not.
Yeah, I know. Well, I just don't know how he's going to be able to put together a big game, given all the issues that he's got. And that offensive line, man, with their success last week covered up a lot of that. I do have. I'm double checking this in PPR. I have Monangai just a few spots higher than Burden in full PPR.
Okay.
Easier to do it in non-PPR.
Jaden Higgins, Jaden Reed, or Luther Burden?
I think I've got Higgins at the top of that list. Give me Higgins, Burden, Reed.
Spears, Pirine, or Keaton Mitchell with return yards.
I'm not familiar with how many return yards Spears, Pirine, or Keaton Mitchell get.
Yeah, me either.
But I would just, if the return yards weren't a factor, it would be Spears.
Okay. Love the red. Yeah, I'm wearing Alabama red because I might as well just be a front runner. PPR.
You and the committee.
1 wide receiver and 2 flex from this group here.
The group is Genty, Pierce, Higgins. I think I'm going to lean toward Genty and Higgins from this group.
We need one more. Myers,
Abuka.
Hampton, Abuka.
Abuka would be the – oh, no, Higgins. Higgins is the receiver. Abuka is the flex.
Okay. Love or Jackson?
I've got Love over Lamar. And I get that it's risky and people don't want to sit Lamar Jackson. I will tell you that the track record of Lamar Jackson against the Pittsburgh Steelers as a thrower is not very good. He's not running quite the same as he used to. He did break out a little bit more last week. I think this is a game where the Ravens try and lean into their running backs and take some of that pressure off of Lamar.
Yeah, I think Lamar, if I remember correctly, kind of broke that narrative last year in his second game against the Steelers where he went off, I think. But I don't really get all the love from the FFT crew this week. That's the one guy that I feel like you guys are high on. I don't really get it. Explain.
He's not going to get pressured that much. The Bears are second worst in the league in pass rush pressure rate, and Jordan Love's track record has been when he's not pressured, he is not only comfortable in the pocket and more accurate, but he throws deeper. We saw that on Thanksgiving. And even though the Bears secondary is healthy, just the fact that I don't think they're going to be able to get to him is going to open the door for Love to attack downfield. And that just makes me feel confident in him having some big strikes and having I don't know about 4 touchdowns, but I think he's in line for 3.
So Lamar Jackson, by the way, had 2 good games against the Steelers last year.
One of them with a lot of rushing.
Well, he threw for 5 touchdowns on 31 completions on 44 attempts in the 2 games. Mm-hmm. So one of them, a lot of rushing, but he I think he broke that little spell last year, but obviously he's not playing that well. I get that.
That's part of it too.
History. It's the recent history.
Yep. And you tack on that both teams have their backs against the wall, sort of backs against the wall. I mean, they could lose and still win the division, I suppose, but I have a feeling the Steelers defense holds up its end of the bargain this week. Offense, I don't know, but defense does.
It'd be really cool if the Bengals won for the AFC North. The Bengals won and the Steelers and Ravens both lost today. That would be.
I don't know how that can happen.
That would make things interesting.
I don't know how that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't, Dave. Flex one, but neither does Notre Dame over Miami. Brian Thomas, Quentin Johnston, or Zach Charbonnet, half PPR. Pick one.
You don't have to worry about that head-to-head because the committee's not worrying about that head-to-head. I would go. I think I'd take Charbonnet. Favorable matchup against Atlanta. Not going to get the same type of work as Kenneth Walker would as far as touches go, but he's the guy near the goal line. I think he's got a good chance to score. I'm not feeling good about the upside for either Thomas in the rain or Quentin Johnston with a quarterback with a bad left hand against a really good Philadelphia defense.
All right, let's see. Can I sit Derrick Henry for Harvey? No. Why would you do
I
that?
wouldn't do that. I'd try and start them both if you could, Texan.
Brian Thomas Jr. or Romeo Dobbs?
Let me see who I've ranked higher. I think I probably have Dobbs higher. I moved BTJ down today. I do. Dobbs is 1 spot higher.
Okay. Burden, we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Let's get some new ones. Harvey, Genty, or Devin Neal. Sit one.
Neal is the easy sit from these 3.
Yeah.
Harvey should have a lot of carries for Denver, and that just opens the door for some good opportunities against a Raiders defense that eventually breaks. They bend and then break. You've heard bend but don't break. This is a team that's going to eventually break, and Harvey could have some good long runs today.
Weather question, Jacoby Myers or Christian Watson? And I don't like the weather for Christian Watson either. I don't like frigid games.
No, frigid games definitely stink, and it's definitely going to be cold in Green Bay. I would take my chances on Watson still over Jacoby Myers. We can double back to this once we get closer to kickoff in Jacksonville and just see just how bad that weather is.
Sucks. I can't.
Because honestly, dude, like if it's just raining normally, it's probably not going to be that bad for throws inside of 15 air yards.
Yeah. This snow, I mean, the snow in this Bengals-Bills game, I don't know. It's still a very, very high total. All right.
Well, I haven't heard you groaning like Heath in a long time.
Yeah, we'll just wait till noon. Juwan Johnson or Brenton Strange rest of season?
I want to say Strange.
Yeah, I don't know. His target share is not that good. So that's just something to keep in mind here.
Right, but I'm worried that Juwan Johnson's target share could also start to dip.
Maybe. All right. By the way, let's take a little break here and count some likes. Let's see how we're doing in the like department here, because we like you, so you should like us. Go ahead and throw us a bone here on YouTube. We have 2,300 people watching on YouTube and only 248 likes. It's about 10% like to view ratio. Not quite good enough. If we can hit that like button, let's get us up to, let's say, 600 likes. That would be wonderful. Now, today we have this live stream for another hour and a half at least. Well, take you right up until kickoff. About 12:55, we'll finish things off. Eastern time, the only time. And we also have an opportunity for you to help us win a championship. You all want to win a championship? So do we. Go to the64.com. The64.com. Click on America's Best Sports Talk Radio /podcast. And I'll vote again. I'll vote on this computer. You can vote on multiple computers. Look, I hit vote. It's going to text me a code. I got the text. And then I'm going to put the code in. And then I'm going to vote. And that's it. It takes about 15 seconds. And we could win the championship. We're in the final round. So we'd really appreciate your support. Go to the64.com and vote for fantasy football today. And this is the last time we'll have to tell you, basically, because, there's only this last round left. So that's cool. All right, I voted and I hosted a show at the same time. It's
multitasking.
Is there an award for that?
You're the Taysom Hill of humans.
What do you want to talk about until we get about 85 more likes and we get to 600?
You want to hear about a team that I'm in a playoff or die situation, and I'm starting Chris Godwin, Luther Burden, and Tyjae Spears.
Ooh.
And it's a 14-team league.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Smashed by injuries. The commodity Vidal train has run out. Travion's on bye. Starting Mahomes. I'm starting Brissett over Mahomes. I still have Derrick Henry, and I started Amon-Ra St. Brown, but my opponent has Jahmyr Gibbs. So off to a bad start, but I'm starting Burden over Vele, and then Burden over Dalton Schultz were the two choices that I had to make.
Okay.
I'm starting Tyjae Spears over Kamani Vidal with Amari and Hampton coming back, and Jordan Mason with Aaron Jones playing.
Okay, we have 585 likes. Give us 15 more likes. We have a fun poll here on YouTube. Real or fake Christmas tree? Well, I yesterday went and bought a real Christmas tree. Ooh, we are losing this vote, though. Right now, it's 60% fake, 40% real. So, 598 likes. I don't want to talk about Christmas trees anymore. I'm excited to decorate it. Oh, you know what we did yesterday real quick? Watched Home Alone with the kids.
Did they like it?
They loved it.
Of course they did.
I mean, they laughed. This, I think, was the hardest I've ever seen them laugh. It was such an awesome moment to sit there and watch them just love it. All right. Cool. 632 likes. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. Burrow or Hurts? Ooh, I have that same exact decision. As of now, I'm going Burrow. It would have to be a horrible snowstorm for me to change my mind. Dave, what do you say?
Agreed. And the other concern is that the Chargers defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I do think Philadelphia will find its way to getting around 21 points in the game. You could see a scenario where Cincinnati gets more than that, and Burrow you've got to be encouraged by how he played last week without T. Higgins. Now he's got T. Higgins. It's literally got to be a blizzard for me to pull Joe Burrow behind Jalen Hurts.
And stay on Burrow here. Stafford, Burrow, or Mahomes?
Stafford's got Arizona. I know that the numbers are bad, but for the most part, I thought Stafford and the whole offense looked like themselves last week. Just some really crappy luck, some bad plays. Otherwise, Stafford still looked good.
Arizona's going to be without cornerback Max Melton, without defensive lineman Walter Nolan.
Is Josh Sweat playing?
Josh Sweat is playing. He's off the injury report.
Okay.
But this has been a tough matchup, and Stafford has struggled in tough matchups. In fact, he has not had one good game in a tough matchup. May not realize that, but
I just don't see Arizona as a tough matchup.
All right. I mean, they're 10th against quarterbacks, so if they were 11th, I wouldn't even talk about them like this, but they do surprisingly hold up against the pass.
Yeah.
All right. Stafford is the answer. Stafford's the
answer.
So if Dave and I are in a bad mood later, it's because of this. Go Canes. They're not getting in. Like, this just the odds are never wrong. And they have the longest. I mean, they're only like plus 150 now. And they were plus 850 or something. But Alabama's like minus 350 and Notre Dame is minus 850 or something to get in. So it's not going to happen. We're going to be very disappointed, but it is what it is. Pick 2, Christian Watson, Jacoby Myers, Troy Franklin, Chris Godwin.
I would go with Watson and Myers as of now.
All right. I was going to go Myers and Godwin. Did you move Watson down with the Jaden Reed news?
I didn't really move him much at all. Maybe a spot or two.
Okay. Thank you for voting for us. Appreciate it. Non-PPR, Chris Godwin, Adonai Mitchell, or Brian Thomas Jr.?
I would ride Adonai Mitchell again. 19 targets in his last 2 games, both with Tyrod Taylor. This is a Dolphins secondary that hasn't gotten better while the front 7 has. I think that they like him in New York. And last week, he didn't really make many mistakes. So I'd be surprised if his target volume went down significantly.
Okay.
I like him better than Alec Pierce, which is something I didn't think I would have said, but I do.
Bam Knight, Jordan Mason, Devin Neal, PPR.
Bam Knight.
Luther Burden or Brian Thomas Jr.?
Burden.
It would be kind of weird if this is a good game for Brian Thomas Jr. because he's had exactly one good game all year, one game with more than 12 PPR fantasy points. It's horrendous. It was against the Seattle secondary that was missing 3 starters. It just, like, I have no expectations from him. Even though Parker Washington is out, that should help. Half PPR start Michael Wilson or Rashee Rice and Brissett.
I love both those guys. How can you say one of those guys? I have Rice higher than Watson or Wilson.
Brissett or
Wilson.
Burrow?
I would go with Burrow over Brissett.
Dave, I'm
weather
pretty sure.
pending. Weather in the next hour or so pending.
I'm pretty sure that. Let me just double check. Yeah. My wife has a 10-team league where she can only start three of her 4.
Yes, the My Wife League.
She has your 4 top receivers this week. She has
gonna win.
JSN, Chase, Rice, and Pickens. So that's what you said. How you have to choose between, like, this just happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy. Chris Rodriguez or Kamani Vidal, non-PPR?
Rodriguez with Hampton back. It's easy to get away from Vidal.
We did that one. Thanks again for voting. And Pierce or Debo or Shakir, half PPR.
I think I've landed on Shakir, then Debo, then Pierce.
All right. Dalton Kincaid is active, apparently. Yeah.
Good.
Doesn't say, so this is from Rappaport. Doesn't say how involved he's going to be, but he's active.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna roll with him.
I would.
Okay. Monangai or Vidal?
Monangai.
Dave Richard, Bears fan.
Who?
He doesn't like that. He does not like that.
You can say it all you want. It's not gonna. I will admit this. I am enjoying seeing my friends who are Bears fans, friends and family. I enjoy seeing them be happy because the Bears are winning right now. I don't root against the Bears.
Oh, that's great.
It's not like I'm alone and at night going, I wish the Bears would lose. I'm not bitter. I just don't like them anymore.
Fannin or Schultz?
Fannin.
Maybe I'll get there one day with the Giants, Dave.
Should already be there, dude. We can talk off air about it.
White or Michael Carter?
You can come into my office and lay down on my couch, and I'll be your football therapist. I think I've got Carter higher than Rachaad White.
It doesn't really matter where or what time. If I lay down on a couch, I am done. I am out. It happened at Nando's house. There's a picture to prove it. Twice. RJ Harvey or Luther Burden?
Harvey.
Let's see. We got Burrow or Daniels?
Burrow over JD.
I don't think we've talked about Jaden Daniels. Where'd you end up ranking him?
I think he's 10th. Obviously a matchup that is a little concerning, but he's so talented and his receiving core is healthy. The offensive line hasn't been that bad. So all the particulars for the Commanders offense are good. The fact that they don't have an explosive run game helps a little bit too. I think he'll be okay. Remember, he's coming back from an elbow injury. It's not a knee. It's not a hamstring or anything like that. And as long as he can manage the blitzing from Minnesota, he could end up having a really good game. But for him, his best game this year has been like 27 fantasy points. Hasn't played that much. But I think he's safe for, we always talk about that 18 to 22 point range. I think he's safe toward the top of that and maybe even a little bit better.
Okay.
So I like him. To me, there's a gap from Hurts, Mahomes, Love, Daniels, feel okay about those guys, to everybody behind them. And that's Baker Mayfield, it's Bo Nix, it's Lamar Jackson, it's Caleb Williams. Like those guys kind of make me nervous.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't really feel that good about Mahomes. He's got
I don't either.
Three offensive linemen out against the best defense in football, or the second best defense in football.
Yeah.
Now I have Mahomes in one league. I didn't even look at the waiver wire. I'm starting him. If Brissett were available, I would start Brissett over him, but that's it. I think you could have made a case for Trevor Lawrence, but not if it's going to be pouring. You just kind of have to take your lumps and look, he's Mahomes. He gets the ball out quickly. They throw 40 times. Anything could happen, but there's not that many quarterbacks I feel good about. Like even Burrow, I'm nervous about the weather, but of course I'm starting him. Who do I feel great about today? I think
usually you'll come to the live stream with a couple of names of guys that you feel you're like energized by. I'm ready to start this guy, run through a wall with him.
Oh yeah. Who would that be? So what's funny is that Prescott and Goff, they seemed like they were going to shoot, and they were whatever.
They had turnovers and a lack of touchdowns. And that's a bad combination.
Did you? Yeah, that's not great. Did you answer this? I'm sorry.
Did I answer what?
Harvey or Swift, Watson or Godwin?
I'd go Harvey over Swift. I'd go Watson over Godwin.
Sutton or McLaurin?
I like Terry a lot.
Who's a player I like is I like my theory on Khalil Shakir. That this game
they're going to need him.
Yeah, this game against the Bengals is going to bring out the best in Khalil Shakir, and that's a guy that I see a lot of Shakir. I'm usually answering Shakir. It's not like Shakir or Michael Wilson.
And it's a Bengals team that can't tackle very well.
Right.
There's a lot to really like about both Shakir and Kincaid. You just have to be a little nervous about Kincaid's health.
Yeah. Right. The Bengals give up the most jack, or the third most jack, to wide receivers. Harvey or Genty? Thank you for voting.
Harvey.
What do we got here? Oh, Shannon's always joining us.
What's up, Shannon?
Yeah, what's up, Shannon? Aaron Jones, Bam Knight, Hampton, and then a flex.
Hampton and McLaurin would be my two.
Adonai or Vele?
Adonai. Can't spell win without adding an I.
Oh, week 4. Yeah, there you go. Week 14 playoffs. You're in the playoffs, huh? Yeah, well, so is the FFT Open. It kind of is what it is. Pick 2 in PPR, Rodriguez, Coleman, or Dobbs?
I'm going to sit Keon Coleman.
Yeah. Coleman, like if Coleman were playing a full snap share, I would be like,
I'd be interested.
Maybe, but
I'd go back to hashtag Keon. He's really their this is kind of pathetic. He's really their best man-to-man coverage beater at this point.
Oh, that's interesting.
Bengals don't play a lot of that. They've been playing a little more lately, but they don't do it like, I don't know, like the Steelers do, or the other very heavy man-to-man coverage teams. Detroit.
Hampton or Neal?
Hampton. I think we answered that one.
Sorry.
I don't mind answering it again.
Sutton, McLaurin, or Emeka?
Yeah, interesting decision to not capitalize all of Emeka's name. But that's who I'd sit, is Abuka.
Okay. Well, let's see Heath. I feel like Heath was chewing.
I've been man. Woo! What a day. What a day.
What's going on?
The most important day of the season. And I think, honestly, the most challenging week of the season, especially at wide receiver. Like, just from wide receiver 19 to wide receiver 37, we've got basically 12 players that play for 2 offenses. And anything is possible.
All right. So I'm just gonna. All right. I'm sorry. Never mind.
No, you go ahead. I got a question for Dave.
Okay. Well, check the private chat. All right. Let's Pitts or Strange.
That would be great if I did. I don't think it's true.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
I think that's actually some gray hair.
Oh.
Yeah. He's yeah. That's Heath getting old
gray
before our very eyes.
Azer thought I had food on my face. I'm just this is what week 14 is doing to me. This just cropped up in the last 48 hours. Dave, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce is one of those 18 wide receivers in the mess that a lot of people have to make the decision on. All week long, you've been higher on him than I have. I'm getting more concerned as the reports of rain come in. He seems to me like the guy who would be most impacted by that.
I agree.
These pass catchers. Where are you at on him?
I've moved him down. I don't know if I have him as far down as you might have him. He's a high-end number 3 receiver for me right now. Not only is that an issue, but just sort of the way that the Jaguars defense lines up and plays with a lot of too high safeties. And I don't know how much of that they're actually going to be able to do, especially if the conditions are bad. But the target per route run rate for Alec Pierce against 2 high safeties is really bad, especially compared to what he sees against single high. What did he beat last week? Single high. And Pittman's the one that usually draws targets. I talked to a former quarterback this week about it, and he thinks that there's a lot to that where Daniel Jones is making decisions based on where he sees the safeties before the snap. Is the middle of the field open? That means that there's 2 safeties back there. Or is it closed? Because there's 1 safety back there, and that means that the corners are open. And think about a lot of those catches that Alec Pierce has made over the course of the season. They've generally been closer to the sideline than they have been the middle of the field. And that's the area that you attack when there's only 1 safety up there. Jacksonville doesn't do very much of that. They might have to if Jonathan Taylor starts running all over. You bring a safety down in to try and stop the run. Anyway, those are reasons to not like Alec Pierce. The weather on top of that, and especially Daniel Jones, bad leg, trying to get the ball out quick, slippery field. That doesn't sound like the right type of scenario for Alec Pierce to hit a bunch of 15-plus yard plays like he did last week indoors.
That's it. I'm doing it. I mean, you were trying to talk me out of this. It's happening. I'm picking up Burden, and I'm dropping Pierce, and I'm starting Burden.
Well, the thing I tried to talk you out of was dropping Alec Pierce. You really don't have anybody else on your team that you're dropping?
I have to be a handcuff running back, and I don't think that's the right move in the going into the playoffs. So,
I think that's absolutely the right move.
No, that's like they got all this upside.
Who are your handcuff running backs?
No one cares. It's Charbonnet, Corum, and Emmanuel Wilson. Must start guys.
Bye, Emmanuel Wilson.
No, why?
Josh
Jacobs gets hurt every week. He's dinged up. No, we're gonna just pick up. You know what? Here's the thing about Burden. This is a week-to-week injury for Roma Dunze.
I'm not complaining about it. No one's saying anything about Burden.
Yeah. Like he's
Burden over Pierce. We all agree.
I'm not there yet.
I
don't think I'll get there.
All right. Okay. But Heath, I knew, Heath was the one I knew Heath would back me up.
100%. Yes.
All right. Let's see what
Heath, you're keeping Emmanuel Wilson over Alec Pierce?
I think what Adam's line of thinking is makes perfect sense is that in the next 48 hours, in the next 12 hours, Alec Pierce is probably not going to do anything to change our opinion of him. He is going to be a number 3 wide receiver next week who could score 20 fantasy points and could score 2. Emmanuel Wilson's status could change significantly during the period of time when waivers are locked and you can't do anything about it. So if you want to swing big, I think that makes sense. If you want to have another wide receiver 3 on your bench, because right now you're choosing whether to start Alec Pierce or Luther Burden, I think that would make sense too.
Yeah. I don't want to make my opponent's teams better. The only way that happens is if Josh Jacobs gets hurt.
Yes, exactly. Alec Pierce.
There's a better chance of that not happening.
Is Alec Pierce even a top 30 receiver this year?
Alec Pierce is like white. Alec Pierce could be the perfect landmine to drop onto the waiver wire, have someone pick him up and start against you next week and score 4 fantasy points.
He's wide receiver
24 fantasy points and you're out.
He's wide receiver 31 this year.
No one's picking up Emmanuel Wilson unless Jacobs limps off.
Exactly. And then everyone's picking up Emmanuel Wilson.
But if Alec Pierce is a big game, everybody's picking him up too. And maybe some people.
So would you guys start Pittman and Pierce or swap one of those out for Godwin or Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah, right now I've got Pittman and Pierce ranked ahead of Godwin.
I do too.
Interesting.
So I'd roll with that, weather pending.
All right, let's answer more questions. Bucks DST or Ravens DST?
I believe I have the Ravens higher.
There's one other inactive that I wanted to mention. It's Tristan Wirfs, left tackle for the Bucks. He's not playing today.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to catch a touchdown.
You saw Adam Thielen is active?
Adam Thielen's active. Rovan Wilson inactive for the Steelers.
Reports are that Adam Thielen and MVS could play a lot.
Rodgers is turning to the veterans.
All right. Waller
is interesting if you're really desperate. I'd rather start most of the guys like Burden, Vele. I think I'd rather go with those guys over Thielen.
You think?
I think so.
Burden is not for me in the same stratosphere as.
I mean, if Metcalf is like averaging 8 points per game, I just I can't.
No, but I think about how Adam Thielen is utilized generally. Short area target, really good route runner. If the Ravens do play a lot of man coverage, and that's going to be a guy that's easy for them to cover. I'm not loving him, but he might go 5 for 40 if you're absolutely desperate at receiver.
Adam, if you could start Luther Burden or 2 Adam Thielens.
If we're getting 9 PPR points out of 1 Adam Thielen, I might start 2 Adam Thielens.
I'll say 2 Adam Thielens. No, I'll say Burden. Okay, yeah. So let's go rapid fire here. Waller, Worthy, Quentin Johnston, or Luther Burden? PPR.
Burden.
Yeah, I'm with you on Burden over Worthy and QJ.
All right. Vidal, Algier, or Jordan Mason?
I'm distinguished, not old.
You're going to be a doctor soon.
Also, I'm reading the question and it's not what you said at all, so I have no idea what you said.
Vidal, Algier, or Jordan Mason?
There we go. Mason.
Not Algier? I'd go Algier. I don't know. Maybe Mason.
Aren't they playing Seattle?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them, but.
Yeah, not Algier.
It's going to,
I don't even know which of those 3 guys will have more touches.
Right. That's the problem.
No idea.
Gadsden or Schultz?
Schultz.
I think the real answer is flip a coin. I have Schultz 1 spot higher.
See if Burden's out there.
Yeah, I did. I am guilty of this. Sorry. Brissett or Daniels, 4 point. Ooh.
Daniels for me.
I'll take Brissett still.
Do I have to break ties today?
Yes.
Yeah, but go Brissett.
But I'd also like either one of you to give me the 3 deep for the starting Arizona Cardinals wide receivers.
I just saw Schaefer picked up Trent Sherfield.
It's Sherfield, isn't it?
Trent Sherfield is which one? Number 1 or 2 or 3?
2.
I'm going to guess he's going to be number 2.
Okay, number 3?
It's Jalen something. Weaver's out, right?
Yeah, Weaver's out.
I thought there was an Andrea Ballaccini or something.
I don't know if he's still even in the National Football League.
I didn't know Trent Sherfield was until about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Maybe it is. I'm looking at the Our Lads depth chart. Andre Bachelia. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's
That's a great Christmas
album. It's going to be Heath. It's going to be Elijah Higgins.
All right, I'll take Luther Burden over 4 of those guys. Flex 2 of these: Alec Pierce, Dalton Kincaid, Harold Fannin, Christian Watson.
Kincaid and Watson.
Watson is my favorite. I think I have Fannin over Kincaid. Fannin, I would take Fannin over. I'll go Pierce and Watson.
Ooh, Guillotine League. Lamar, Daniels, Stafford, or Burrow?
Give me Stafford.
Stafford for sure.
Monangai or Marks?
Kyle.
I'll go Monangai.
Kyle.
What was that?
South
That was Cartman. Burden or
really.
Marks?
Burden.
I think Burden's a little more fun.
Higgins or Ibuka?
Which Higgins? If it's T, I'll take T over Ibuka. If it's Jaden, I'll take Ibuka over Jaden.
I'll take Ibuka.
Hampton or Jordan Mason?
Hampton.
I will also take Hampton.
Heath, where'd you end up on Dalton Kincaid?
I think he's 13th. I think he is almost like maybe the Alec Pierce of tight ends. It's like he's been a low volume, low snap guy almost all year long. The last time he came back from injury, he played 22% of the snaps. I think it's obviously the greatest matchup in the universe. And he probably won't play. I would certainly bet on him playing less than half the snaps because he's done that almost all year.
All right, let's pause our analysis for just a bit here to plead with you for likes and votes, which is really very becoming of us. So, yeah, please hit the like button. We have 879 likes. We have almost 3,500 people watching. So we could easily get over 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,000. Now let's get to 1,200 likes.
7,000 likes.
7,000 likes. Let's get to 1,200 likes. That would be wonderful. All right, we're already over 900. Let's keep that going there. And also, if you have a minute, please go to the64.com. Click on the best sports talk radio /podcast in America. We are in the finals going up against the Power Trip. So let's win this whole damn thing. Please vote for fantasy football today. It takes about 15 seconds. I think you could even beat that time.
This really, I'm just so thankful to everybody who has pushed us this far. And we are like hours away from being the greatest sports radio podcast or radio show in the world. And just guys, please, let's make this happen. I think everybody already knows it's true. Let's let everybody else know it's true also.
Yeah, undisputed. It's fun. They also have let me see on this website here. They also have the best holiday movie.
I wish I knew how to make memes.
Oh,
because I wanted to make that meme with the Grim Reaper that's gone by all the doors and put all the podcasts that we've beaten in this tournament on the
Someone
doors.
can do that for us, I'm sure.
Yes.
Look at this matchup. Home Alone versus Elf. Home Alone here.
My conspiracy theory of the week is that Adam owns the 64.com.
Okay.
And I only allow people to vote for one show. Anyway, let's see what we're up to now. We're over 1,000. We'll get back to the questions in a minute. Weather, if you're tuning in to hear about the weather, Heath, have you made rankings adjustments based on weather today?
I have not. Now, there have been a few lines that have moved, I think, because of weather. We've seen the spread in Jacksonville fall about a point. We've seen the spread in Green Bay fall about a point. Funny enough, in Buffalo, it just keeps going up. It's up to 54.5.
Oh, wow.
So I was looking at Kevin Roth right before I got on, and he said that it almost looks like the heaviest rain may stay north of Jacksonville. But fun, now there's storms moving into Tampa. So he upgraded Jacksonville a little bit and downgraded Tampa a little bit.
Interesting.
Come on,
All
Florida, get your act together.
We've got one of the worst comments in the history of our show. Right here from Avery. Black Sheep is better than Tommy Boy. Just saying. Whoa. You're basically putting Rocky 5 over Rocky 4 if you're saying that Black Sheep is better than Tommy Boy. This is a terrible Schneier level take right here. That's an insult to Schneier. This is awful. Not a chance. All right.
Yeah, I thought it was the one that said, "Where did Hampton Heath go?" Looks like he gave up on life.
What? I didn't see that.
I gave up on everything except for trying to get these rankings right so you guys can win your matchups and go to the fantasy playoffs. I want to talk to you again next week.
Baker or Daniels?
Daniels.
Daniels.
Start one. Harvey, Godwin, Higgins, Burden, Jaden Higgins. That is Harvey. Yeah. Burden or Marks, PPR?
We did that one.
Yeah. But he voted, so.
It's Burden.
Yeah.
Thanks, Heather.
Oh, she
Heather
voted.
rules.
Sorry. I thought it was Heath or Burden or Charbonnet.
Burden.
Hey.
I agree.
Welcome, Ryan. First
Ryan.
time live viewing. Awesome.
Welcome, Ryan. Go to the 64.com, please. Now that we got you here.
All right. Pick two in standard scoring. Sutton, Olave, T. Higgins.
I would sit Higgins.
I think I might have Higgins lowest of the three.
I'd sit Sutton. Are you sitting Higgins because of the weather?
No.
I have Sutton the lowest of the three.
Lamar Jackson or Sam Darnold?
Oh, well, it's PPR.
Lamar.
Lamar, for sure.
I have Lamar over Darnold by one spot.
Jacoby Myers or Luther Burden?
Myers.
I agree. I have a first-hand report from Jacksonville right now that it's just a drizzle, but it's supposed to pick up around noon. So let's go ahead and take a look at that weather and the forecast around 12 o'clock.
Oh, big games today with weather impact.
Thanks, Ron.
Who's got the most upside? Rodriguez, Gainwell, or Jaden Higgins in half PPR?
I'd say Gainwell.
Really?
I'd say he's third on the list for me.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah. You can make the case with all three. I would say Jaden Higgins.
And I would say Rodriguez. I think he has the best chance to score. There you go.
It's just bad.
Yeah. Higgins, I think, is the safest. Watson or Jacoby Myers?
Watson as of now.
I was looking this morning. I think we may all have them back to back. But I do have Watson, I think, one spot behind Myers right now.
If you're worried about my welfare later today, because the Hurricanes are going to get left out, and you'll be able to see my reaction live on the air, which I'm really looking forward to that. Christian Watson is my guy. If he has a big game today, then I'm going to be in a good mood tonight. So just root for Christian Watson if you care about good old Adam Azer.
Absolutely ridiculous if they put the fifth best team in the SEC in over Miami.
Being serious?
Yes. Totally.
It's even more ridiculous. No, I think Alabama should be in over Miami. I think Notre Dame has no business being in over Miami.
Notre Dame's better than Alabama.
It doesn't matter. It's what have you done? It's what is your resume? That's the whole thing. The committee shouldn't be voting on who they think is better. They should be voting on who has done the most. And Notre Dame has done the least. Alabama's had the much harder schedule. Lost in the conference championship game. Notre Dame doesn't have an impressive win. They have like a good win. They don't have a great win all year. They have one of the worst, most overrated resumes. Screw Notre Dame's resume. It sucks.
Here we go.
They do
there
not.
It is. It's not even 12 o'clock yet.
They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. And they are going to be in.
So, Dave, if you had to choose between Hunt, Bam, Franklin, and Higgins, and you could start two, which two would you start?
I would start probably Bam and Jaden Higgins, and I would go Daniels over Nix as well.
I agree with Daniels over Nix. I would have Hunt over Bam. Or Hunt over Higgins.
We had the exact same tweet like 90 minutes apart yesterday, how we both feel about the college football playoffs. But
yeah,
I just, we're not on the committee, and the committee is interested in what's going to be the best draws for the tournament.
No, I'm not going to be all that cynical. I think that they legitimately think Notre Dame is clearly better than Miami, and they're going to put Alabama in between the two of them so they don't have to compare them head to head. I believe that they're legitimately making that decision. I just think they're legitimately wrong.
SEC bias is the only reason we're having this conversation. Alabama's lost 3 games. They're fifth best team in their own conference. I don't care if
they played a conference championship game. They were 10-2.
Yeah, I don't care.
I
the 3 teams that were better than them in their same conference didn't get to play in the conference championship game. So how much does that even matter?
I think Alabama's got the best wins.
I mean, put Duke in then. They played in a conference championship game and won it.
No, that's silly. Like, they don't deserve to be in. They're 4 lost.
Stop talking to me about conference championship games. Lamar or Jaden?
Jaden.
Yeah, I agree. Burrow or Hurts?
Oh, Burrow. Like I said, I have that decision to make. Unless the snow is horrible, I'm going Burrow.
I agree.
All right, he's going Hurts. All right, pick PPR. Brian Thomas Jr., Chris Godwin, and Monangai or Charbonnet.
BTJ and Monangai.
I'll take Godwin and Monangai.
Strange or Kincaid?
Strange.
I think Strange is safer.
I really didn't think I was gonna go on that rant. I had pretty much accepted the fate, but then I started talking about it and it just spilled out. Yeah. Daniels or Brissett, Walker or Sutton, half PPR.
Brissett over Daniels, Sutton over Walker.
I disagree on all counts.
Okay.
Break those ties, Adam.
Brissett and Sutton.
Okay.
I've been very Team Dave today.
All right. Well, I mean, you guys are pulling for the Canes and wearing Alabama colors, so.
Yeah. Pick 2. Bam, Rodriguez, Vele, Charbonnet.
Bam. Rodriguez.
I'd go Bam and Rodriguez as well.
Darnold or Herbert, Franklin or Hampton?
Sam, Hampton. Sam and Ham.
I have Herbert higher, and I agree on Hampton. Troy Franklin, I think, is one of the guys most likely to tilt me today.
Oh, Miami down to plus 198 to get in. Metcalf, Shakir, or Reed?
What was it before?
Oh, no, they're up to it. It was like plus 140 yesterday. Now
it's plus 198.
DK.
Shakir.
Ooh, Dave on Team Adam. ETN or Christian Watson?
ETN.
Agreed.
Shug or Tyrod Taylor?
Shug.
Shuck. Yeah,
Shuck.
That was.
I take Tyrod.
That was weird. What's the guy's name? Oh, Kush. This is Kush. I don't know why I thought that was Shug or something. It's Kush.
You are all out of sorts.
Juwan Johnson, Gadsden, or Barner?
Johnson.
I agree.
Yeah, safe space. Sorry, didn't mean to click on that. Bo Nix or Jacoby Brissett in the playoffs?
Playoffs.
Welcome to the playoffs. I was watching that live when that happened.
Really?
So amused. Yeah, it was in my NFL.com days. I was so amused. It's still amusing now. Brissett.
Nico Collins or Michael Wilson?
The better part of that, I think it was from the same press conference. Oh, I don't think it was the same press conference, but there's a different quote from Jim Morris Sr. where he went, "We didn't do diddly poo
out there." Yeah, that's great.
That's
we said Wilson.
Look that up on YouTube.
Wilson, right? Wilson.
Yeah, I think
Wilson. Wilson.
Yeah, you could stop asking the same question. Like every 2 or 3 minutes if we don't answer your question, Debo, Chris Rodriguez, or Burden, PPR? Burden.
I think I've got Debo the highest.
I have Debo.
A bird in the hand is, I don't have anything.
Worth 2 in the bush.
I know, but there should have been there has to be another angle to that. Yes, it is. Heath versus Adam and Dave show. Except Dave's leaving soon, so that's not good for me.
I don't have to.
Am I crazy?
You're today. No striptease today.
Brissett over Lamar and Daniels.
Not crazy. I would do the same.
I would start Lamar. Or I'd start Daniels. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'd start Brissett. And sit one between Watson, Godwin, Debo, PPR.
Godwin.
I do think this is an ultimate test. Brissett with basically one wide receiver against the Rams.
But he's also got Trey McBride.
He does. But which I think maybe might make it easier to stop Trey McBride if the other team has one wide receiver.
Not when the other guy was Dortch. I don't think it's like, oh, well, Greg Dortch is out. Now we can change the way we cover McBride. But I think Trey McBride is making a push for fantasy MVP. I mean, he is now up to 18.7 PPR fantasy points per game. That's 3.5 better than Bowers. He's played 3 more games than Bowers. He has owned this position. And he's coming on so strong at the most meaningful time. He's scoring 20 points most weeks. I think he might be – it's going to be tough to catch up to JSN, but McBride is making that push for MVP. Ibuka, Moore, Wilson, pick 2. Oh.
Sit Moore.
All right.
Moore's the sit.
It is funny that we're like excited about Luther Burden, but have you guys gotten excited about DJ Moore?
A little bit.
Back-to-back.
I don't have him back-to-back. I have Moore over Burden. You just got to figure the veteran receiver has a better chance of drawing targets in this matchup without Rome Odunze there. We know that Moore has it in him. He can definitely win inside or outside, however he lines up. We haven't really had questions about him today. I think that might have legit been the first question we've had about DJ Moore.
Well, first one I've clicked on. I haven't noticed any, but we get so many that there's just so many I don't see. What is this? Alan Rickman is the villain in 2 most must-watch holiday season movies. Okay, I obviously know one of them. Is Love Actually the other? Is he a villain in that?
I don't think villain is the right word.
I don't remember.
But Die Hard, obviously, he was the villain.
Yeah. He will not be joining us for the rest of his life.
That's a good one. Strange or Jaden Higgins in the flex?
I think Higgins has a little more upside, especially if it's half PPR.
Higgins.
I like Strange.
Jaden Reed or Rashid Shaheed. I plead.
It's too bad there are no Theo Johnson questions. Otherwise, you'd get my Theo impersonation today in honor of Alan Rickman. I would go with Jaden Reed over Rashid.
How do you rank the Packers wide receivers today, Dave?
Watson is 1, Dobbs is 2, Reed is 3, Dontavian Wicks is 4. Luke Musgrave 5.
I've got Reed over Dobbs, but no confidence.
No, Jacob. Jacob will be on, I believe, in 2 minutes.
And I'm going to ask him all the same questions I've been asking Dave.
Excellent. Pick 2 of Jalen Warren, Amarian Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, and Kyle Monangai.
Hampton Swift for me.
Warren and Swift for me.
Oh, Team Heath. Warren and Swift for me. Dave, where's Hampton for you?
Top 20.
Heath?
27. How
about that? Let's see what Jacob Gibbs has to say. Jacob, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go. Oh, no, I meant your right thumb. Not your left thumb. Who does a left-handed thumbs up? There he is. What's up, dude?
Good morning.
Yeah, it's afternoon now, but that's fine.
No,
not in the
Midwest.
Midwest.
Correct. It is literally not afternoon.
11:30 is the afternoon. It might not be afternoon, but it is.
It's right there in the word, Adam.
Yeah, it's semantics. Allen or Stafford, 4-point per passing touchdown.
Allen.
Joshy.
Yep.
I'd love to get a weather update, but
I can get you one.
Right before the game starts, we'll get one of those pictures of this is Orchard Park right now, and we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, I think Kevin Roth said for both of the snow games, it's going to look a lot more impactful on your TV screen than it is going to be in the actual game.
All right.
It's 1 inch or less of snow in both places.
I just put in the private chat. I don't know if Thomas can put it on the screen, but what it looks like in Orchard Park 30 minutes ago. Snow's coming down. It's sticking to the ground. Looks cold as hell. But you can see, like, the visibility is a total non-issue.
That's an hour and a half before kickoff.
It is, but
so
if you want to know what it looks like now.
The thing is, like, this is what it looks like 5 minutes before kickoff. Halftime's an hour and a half after that.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's going to change just as much between kickoff and halftime it is between now and kickoff.
Yeah.
And then the end of the game's an hour and a half after that.
How come Dave doesn't have any notifications? Or is that Thomas? Thomas, get some notifications, bro. Herbert or Trevor Lawrence?
It's Trevor Lawrence, first time all year.
Herbert for me.
I've got rankings, and Lawrence is ahead of Herbert.
And Myers or Metcalf?
Myers.
Yep.
Agreed.
Thank you for hitting like. Appreciate it. I have Breece Hall. Pick a handcuff. Davis or Emmanuel Wilson?
I'd rather have Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. Juwan Johnson or Travis Kelce?
Kelce for me.
Yep.
Trying to make the ploffs.
All right. I'll be back in a little bit, guys.
Okay.
So you did?
All right. Swift, Monangai, Kareem Hunt. Rank them.
I think you just did.
I have Swift, Hunt, Monangai.
Oh, actually, Monangai one spot ahead of Swift.
Oh. Tyler Warren in the rain or Kyle Pitts?
Warren.
Yeah.
Also, Adam, like, we haven't talked at all about the Chiefs, and it's not really a weather concern for me. But I think it's going to be like 5 degrees warmer in Kansas City than it is in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And I don't think cold is going to bother Bears and Packers as much as it will bother a dome team from Texas.
I mean, maybe, but this, Caleb Williams played at Southern Cal, right? So maybe we don't know. He wasn't really good at all last year, so I don't know.
I don't want to start Caleb Williams. He's not a top 18 quarterback for me. So I'm with you.
Yeah, I meant the receivers, but
I heard from my buddies that Chiefs tickets were like $30 because it's that miserably cold, which is crazy.
Wow. I wonder how much Giants tickets are next week. That sucks, though. It's no fun to go to a game like that. Let's see. Worthy, Johnston, or White? Pick 2.
Johnson or who's White?
Rashad White. I'd start the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Be so thankful to have Bucky Irving these days.
Yes.
Like, to not even have to think about it. Just throw him in there. Goddard or Loveland? Hampton or Warren?
So I'm going Warren.
Yep.
I think it's Goddard for me. Yes.
I've got Loveland and Warren.
I'm going to make Loveland and Warren. So usually I say make Loveland, not Warren. Funny team name, but I'm going
There
Loveland.
it is.
Yeah. Chargers are great against tight ends, and Goddard's, unless he's catching a touchdown, he's usually pretty worthless. So let's give Loveland the no Roma Dunze bump. Let's see.
I'm into that. Yeah, let's go Loveland.
There we go. Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, or Tyrod Taylor?
Love.
Uh-huh.
Jacob, I'm not sure. Tap on your mic. I don't think it's on. I think check those settings there. There we go.
In full disclosure, he might be wrong. Earlier, he thought I had food on my beard, and it was just gray hair.
But it was like a little.
Be better now?
Yeah,
much better. So he was right about this one.
I'm pretty good at that.
I'm still trying to rub this gray spot out, but it's not working.
I think I'm gonna have to go flowers.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that this is a legitimate question, and they're not that far apart in my projections or rankings. But I agree with you guys. Flowers.
All right. Need a win to clinch the #1 seed, and I'm not wasting my time with you. You're in, man. All you need is a no. Fine, it's fine.
Okay, we'll help you, but you have to come back next week, even when you're on your bye.
You go.
Just to watch. So Sutton, Waddle, or Pittman. I would sit Pittman.
Sit man. Okay. Pittman or Jacoby Myers, and Parker Washington is out. Yeah.
Myers.
Interesting. Okay. Monangai or I think it said Monangai or Swift. I missed it.
And we are differing on that, so you have to break the tie, Adam.
Yeah, I'll go Swift.
Okay.
This one I think we'd all agree on. At least, the first part. Lamar or I think we're all going to agree on both of these. Lamar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I do always have the best takes. Really indisputable. ETN or Monangai?
ETN.
Yeah, I think it might be Monangai for me. It is.
That's a lot of faith in Monangai.
Or
no?
I guess it's a little bit of both. Like I'm not feeling great about ETN necessarily either. Of the two, like I think Monangai is maybe more likely to get goal line touches right now. They're similar. And I think the Bears are just going to try to run. That's what teams have done against the Packers.
What kind of a league is this? 7 point per touchdown? Lamar, Burrow, or Daniels?
Daniels for me.
Really?
Burrow for me.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to be a little cautious. Let me just take a look. I think the Vikings have allowed, and I don't think they know, they have allowed 1 touchdown pass in their last 4 games. So I just want to play it a little bit safe. If
we're gonna do that, we need to at least mention that the Bills have not allowed a quarterback to score more than 18 points since week 1.
It's true. I think, I think Burrow, I like the matchup in the sense that the Chiefs are probably going to score a lot of points.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to factor in either one of these.
The Bills, however, are definitely going
and I also don't think the Chiefs are going to score a lot of points.
No, I know. But the Bills are going to score a lot of points. So Burrow is in a better spot, I think, than Daniels.
Jacob, I've got some questions this morning.
Okay.
How are you ranking the Packers wide receivers?
Okay. Yeah, I've got Watson the highest. I think it's a good spot for Watson and Wicks to potentially get some explosive plays. I like the matchup for Wicks from the slot. But it's tough. You don't really know what the playing time might look like. So I've got Watson at wide receiver 20, Wicks at wide receiver 36, and Dobbs is at wide receiver 32.
So you're not ranking Jaden Reed?
Reed is 58 in the same range as Tremere Dike, Keon Coleman, Tez Johnson, Cedric Tillman.
So you just think he's up very limited today?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Let's answer this one. Alec Pierce, Kenneth Gainwell, Darren Waller, or Jordan Mason in PPR? I'm gonna go Pierce here.
Yeah, is it just one Pierce? Yeah.
I think I'd go Gainwell.
Wow.
Start one. Godwin, Brian Thomas Jr., Marks, Adonai Mitchell.
Mitchell for me.
I am Godwin. And I will say, though, I think this could be a Brian Thomas Jr. bounce back spot. If you want more upside, I've got them very close, and Godwin is the safer play.
It would be bouncing back from an entire season of being horrible. So what's the case for Brian Thomas Jr.?
I mean, people say the entire season was horrible, but forget that there was a 2-week stretch where he gave you 35 points. It hasn't.
All of those were in one game. Because I brought this up because he has one game with more than 12 fantasy points, and the Seahawks were missing 3 starters in their secondary. It's just been an awful year for him.
It hasn't been a good year, no doubt. Yeah. The case is that I like the matchup. I like the potential for this to turn into a shootout, and I like the way he looked this past week. Seeing him be, it might seem silly to cite the blocking play as something positive, but just watching him look engaged. I watched every play for that game because I was curious where he's at. He's been somebody who fluctuates. When he's not healthy, you can kind of really tell that he doesn't want contact. In this last game, he looked really engaged, and the coaching staff has talked about liking that and wanting to get him going. So it just feels like a spot where he could get going.
Yeah, look, I hope you're right. I'm starting him in 2 leagues.
I mean, remember a month ago when it was AJ Brown is just done. You never want to start him, and then it's he just ripped off 4 straight weeks of really good production, and it's nothing felt good about the Eagles, nothing felt good about the line. There was no reason to believe it would get going, but it's this guy's really, really talented.
I've been trying to think of where he's going to get drafted next year. Obviously, the last 4 weeks of the season, 5 weeks of the football season are going to factor in, and then hopefully the playoffs. But right now, if we're drafting for next year, I was thinking mid-round 4 for Brian Thomas Jr. of a 12-team league.
If nothing changes between now and the end of the season, if this is all we have, I think it would be lower, honestly.
Might be 6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, I think people are pretty spooked, and rightfully so.
All right, let's go PPR. Devin Neal, Chris Rodriguez, and bam, pick 2.
Sit Rodriguez.
I would sit Bam.
I have no idea who I'd sit. I'd probably sit Devin Neal.
I think Rodriguez is actually the best start of the group. I think he's playing a lot better than Bam, and the line in Washington is playing low-key really well, and Jaden Daniels coming back is exciting. And I hate the matchup against the Rams.
Yeah, I don't like the matchup. I think that the big difference for me is even when Rodriguez is going well, it's a 35 to 40% share of the team's rush attempts because the quarterback handles 30% and they still split up the carries, and Bam Knight at least is probably going to catch 2 or 3 passes.
And Neal will as well.
Yeah, Neal might catch 5. He also might catch 2.
They've also been playing from behind, and I just feel like this is a game where that could flip, and all of a sudden, instead of 11 carries, it's 16, 17 or something like that if they're just crushing this Vikings team.
All right, Higgins, McConkey, Jalen Warren, and Harvey in non-PPR. Who are our two favorites here?
Harvey and Warren.
Huh. Yeah, non-PPR. Yeah, that's fair.
Gosh, I can't get over how bad Harvey was last week. Like,
Oh
if he
my
scored these
gosh.
touchdowns. I really want Higgins.
I'm trying not to overreact to the Harvey stuff because it's like we knew there'd probably be an adjustment. He played in a different type of system in college where there's a lot more space. Not quite the Tennessee effect, but kind of like that. And he's he's a rookie and everything, but it has not looked good. Sean Payton continues to be like, we haven't seen it yet. It's coming. He is a good runner. He's a good running back. Believe me. It's like, well, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, let's see it today. By the way, we are probably just moments away from Miami getting eliminated from the playoffs. So looking forward to that. All right, let's start the running backs there. Brian Thomas Jr., Watson, and Sutton.
I would say BTJ pretty easily.
Yes.
Okay. T. Higgins or Cortland Sutton? I got to go Higgins here.
I think so, but I do like back to the Broncos and Harvey. Like that Raiders defense looked awful last week. Like Kamani Vidal had the most avoided tackles of any running back in a game all year, tied with Bijan Robinson. Did you watch any of that film? Like it was pathetic with the Raiders tackling.
Yeah, I think that this is the ultimate Pam from The Office. They're the same picture. I have Sutton slightly ahead, but no confidence in either one.
It's T. Higgins for me.
It's just weird. It's like I don't really see a reason why T. Higgins shouldn't finish the season as like an absolute star, or an absolute must start. He's had almost no games with Joe Burrow, right? This is going to be his third full game with Burrow. And I don't know. I just like Sutton. We've got a full season of him having a target share of about 20%. And
that's, I mean, I don't have T. Higgins projected for a 20% target share today.
His target share has been even lower. His target, like I said, Sutton's been one of all the like fantasy relevant wide receivers, guys we'd consider starting. Sutton has one of the lowest target per route run rates in football. The only guy who's lower than that is Higgins. I just feel like that's weird. And I feel like Burrow's back and their defense stinks. I just feel like T. Higgins is going to be one of those guys where we're not asking questions. I'm hopeful. I hope the weather doesn't screw that up. But if he has a good game today, we will not ask another starter sit question about T. Higgins next week. That's like we're just gonna be like, oh, it's exactly what we thought. Like it's Chase, Burrow, Higgins, and hopefully Chase Brown every single week. I guess I'm just thinking Bengals are back. Start T. Higgins.
If it wasn't at Buffalo, I think I might be closer to with you this week. But their pass defense is good. Their run defense is awful.
I've got 2 data points on these too if you want them real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'll throw the T. Higgins one on the screen just for you to think about this comparison between BTJ and Higgins. The like efficiency stuff on a per target basis is pretty much identical for BTJ and T. Higgins if the first month of the season is thrown out, it was a first month that was forgettable for both of them. They probably both would like to throw it out. And it's just T. Higgins has more, banked credit than BTJ, who just has one good season of faith, but like it's funny to me, the perception between these two where we keep being willing and wanting to trust T. Higgins. And then on Sutton, first week out of the bye this past week, we did see the first retarget rate back to what it was like last year, which it has not been that way all year. To Adam's point, the target rate has been weirdly low. So that's at least 1 week, and it was after the bye. So maybe it was an intentional adjustment where the team is like, okay, playoff time, like we're back to centering this thing around Sutton. We'll see.
Okay. Let's see what happens. It's really my banking on Higgins is a bank on Joe Burrow. That's what it comes down to. McLaurin or Myers, and McConkey or Justin Jefferson?
McLaurin?
Yeah.
And McConkey.
I'd go Jefferson.
I have McConkey 1 spot ahead of Jefferson. I do not like this matchup at all for the Chargers, but who knows what you're getting with the Vikings.
I think we're going to get a little something out of this Vikings pass game this week.
Well, then I'm fine with Jefferson, yeah.
All right. Half PPR, tight end, and a flex. Gadsden or Goddard, Neal or Mitchell?
Gadsden and Neal for me.
I've got Goddard barely ahead of Gadsden. Yeah. It's such a tough game to predict. Who was the other one? Devin Neal and A.D. Mitchell?
And Adonai Mitchell.
Who'd you choose, Heath?
You said, it was Neal and Adonai Mitchell. I'd still go Neal.
Half PPR. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't really love this one for AD Mitchell. Last week's matchup was like a great one for him to go off in, and this one doesn't feel that way as much.
ETN or Kyle Monangai? Oh, we did this one earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Lots of zone.
2
Right.
ETNs and a Monangai on that one. Lamar Jackson.
It's not fair to ask Jacob that question, really, because it's a rookie running back versus a guy standing in the way of a rookie running back. And so it's not fair.
I can be objective. No, not when it comes to my rookies.
Fannin or Kincaid?
Well, Fannon's a rookie.
and Kincaid, Jacob loves.
That's not true, actually.
No, not anymore.
He's ruined my dynasty team.
I would say, again, I think I'm the lowest on Kincaid just because of how little, like, I get a little annoyed at seeing all of the per route data of how much better he's been in so many tight ends when he runs like 40% of the routes or 60% of the routes. So I'll go Fannin, but
I would go with Kincaid.
All right. I am going with Kincaid in the league, but it's almost because I have Kincaid and I don't feel like dropping him for Fannin. So I'm just going to leave it as is. If I had Fannin, I might just stick with that. Like just go with the original instinct there. Lamar or Jordan Love?
Lamar, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yeah, barely. One spot.
it's Love for me, but it's not a strong feeling. So break the tie, Adam.
I go Lamar. Andrews or Fannin? And Monangai or Devontae?
Fannin and Devonta Smith.
Agreed.
Yeah. Need to win and as many points as possible. Pick a flex. Pollard, Reed, or Burden. Burden the hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
Is worth 5 Adam Thielens.
Although the bird in the hand is like the opposite argument for shooting for upside.
But it's still a great
because the upside's in the bush.
That's true. Aaron Jones or Deebo Samuel?
Jones.
Yeah, I guess Jones.
It would be a format win for me, but I'm fine with that. You guys already both said it.
Okay. Jalen Warren or Devin Neal?
Warren.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson or Trevor Lawrence?
Lamar.
Thank you for voting. Jaden Reed or Jacoby Myers? And would you drop Mason for Waller rest of season?
Jacoby.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers.
Is this like drop Jordan Mason?
I don't think I would for Waller. It depends. Like, look at your waiver wire at tight end. Is Waller the only thing that's even remotely good out there? Or is there a Brenton Strange or Dalton Schultz, Harold Fannin kind of player out there? That's how you might make the decision.
I would not make that roster move. I would start Myers. I think the high guy on Reed. But I would start Myers over him.
Okay. And Kelsey or Alec Pierce, and Sutton or Swift?
PPR. I'm gonna go Sutton. I think Sutton and Pierce.
I'd go Sutton and Kelsey.
Yeah.
Can I read it? No, never mind. Judkins or Michael Wilson, half PPR?
I'm going Judkins. Half PPR.
Wilson, let's go. Wait, you said Judkins? Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm breaking ties now.
Yeah.
Adam's the analyst around these parts. I've got 13.2 for Wilson in this format. And for Judkins, I have 12.8. So Wilson slightly.
All right. Wilson in half PPR in 2 games without Harrison scored 33.5 and 21.8 fantasy points. Judkins has 1 game over. He has a 21.5 and a 26.5 the entire season. So Wilson, let's go. But I guess it's close. Nico, T. Higgins, Hampton, Olave, pick 2. Ooh, that's tough.
Olave and Nico?
Yep. Pretty clearly.
Not tough.
No, it is tough. Because Nico has a bad matchup. Olave's got a bad back. Olave's got a much lower target share with Shuck than he does with Rattler, by the way, but still pretty high, 24%. Hampton is the easy one to sit. I mean, I would go Olave and Nico, but my gut wants to go Olave and Higgins. But Olave and Nico is the way to go.
Also, I don't think the Chiefs have actually given up more points in PPR to wide receivers than the Bills have. So I don't think Nico doesn't have a more difficult matchup than T. Higgins.
Buffalo is 11th against wide receivers. My take on them is that they haven't really stopped a lot of good. They're starting to do it now, but they, for the most part, like good receivers did well against them. Also, I think, okay, this is what is on my mind. I think back to that Bengals-Broncos game last year. It was either the championship or the semifinals for fantasy. And this, and the Bengals torched them, right? It was a great game. I think it went to overtime. It was like it was fantasy bonanza.
Right.
And I just feel like no defense can stop the Bengals offense when they're right. That's just how.
And I think we have the preponderance of evidence suggests that we have no reason to think the Bengals are right, like a well-oiled machine.
No, we have no evidence. We have no evidence either way, except the fact that.
Well, I mean, Burrow has played 3 games and they have been mediocre.
He didn't. Okay, yeah. I mean, he played one. He played week 1 and he struggled against the Browns, as he always struggles against the Browns. He got hurt in week 2, right? Halftime of week 2.
Yeah, and it was not. I don't believe it was a good half.
I mean, I think he was trending. It was fine.
He'd completed his last 3 passes. It was getting ready to get better.
He scored 9 points on 13 pass attempts. Last week was fine. I mean, but no Higgins.
So can I just say this?
Yeah.
He's played 3 games, and we're not using counting stats. We're just using efficiency stats. In those 3 games, he's completed 52, 53, and 60% of his passes. In those 3 games, he's averaged 5.7, 5.8, and 4.9 yards.
He's fine.
It has been objectively bad.
All right. We'll go rapid fire here. Let's catch up. Corum. Said, what do I do about Barkley?
Start him.
Yeah. Good luck.
Start him. But if you had would you start RJ Harvey over him?
Yeah.
Yes. No. Would you
No.
start? I'd start Michael Wilson over him. Wouldn't even hesitate.
In full PPR, I would too.
Yeah.
In negative PPR, I'd do it.
No.
Corum.
We do this a lot. And he's a bust. And even though I think I was the highest on him at CBS, I was still below ADP. We were right. But I don't think we have to exaggerate how bad he is.
No, but
he was drafted as a top 2 or 3 running back. He was a complete bust at that. He's still a starting running back for fantasy football.
What is he for the year? 18th or something? Just looking at what this passing game for the Chargers.
You don't either. So I didn't say the thing of I don't believe what Michael Wilson did in those 2 games is anything close to real over the next 4 games.
It's just like he's just going to get so many targets. They throw so much. He's going to get a lot of targets. The Rams see a lot of pass attempts because they score a lot of points. Just, I don't know. You have Maith at wide receiver, so.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Also, wide receiver is the worst position in fantasy football.
Might be quarterback this week. Corum or Knight?
Corum.
Bam.
Justin Jefferson or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins, no clue.
Jefferson for me.
Higgins for me. Waller or Gadsden, half PPR?
Waller.
Gadsden for me.
Sutton.
Oh, wait, whoa.
Gadsden.
Okay, thank you.
Unless you feel like Herbert might not play and you want to play it safe, but Sutton or Pierce, Juwan Johnson or Gadsden?
Sutton and Juwan Johnson.
I agree.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, Quentin Johnston, Michael Wilson, or Chris Godwin, pick 2.
Wilson and Smith.
Yep.
Kelsey or Strange?
They're really close.
Kelsey.
Yep.
Oh, here's a good one. Barkley or Breece Hall?
Breece.
Hall.
Yeah. Vele, McConkey, Hampton, Olave, Debo. Pick 2.
Olave. It doesn't say format. Let's just go Olave and McConkey.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Let's hope that Hampton has a good game, but I have Hampton in a few leagues and I have to start him in one, but I think we all would rather just kind of wait and see what happens here. But let's hope things.
I mean, Dave has him top 20, so I think Dave's more optimistic than we are.
Yeah. But, a normal week he'd be top 10 probably. So Neil or Charbonnet, half PPR?
Neil.
Agel Tootin or Lad McConkey?
McConkey.
Win and in. Don't laugh at our audience.
No, I wasn't laughing at the audience. I thought that was like a test for Jacob.
I know. Yeah, I was laughing at me.
Okay. You can laugh at Jacob. That's fine. Pick 1. Monangai, Debo, or Marks?
Monangai.
Addison or Fannin? Oh, sorry. I meant to click on that one. But Addison or Fannin?
No, I was just saying it's hilarious that we're asking that question and Jacob and I are stumped.
Let's just go Fannin.
Fannin's much more fun.
Yeah.
I got an update from 4 minutes ago. Oh, you can answer this one. McLaurin or Ibuka, half PPR?
Really close.
Yeah.
I think I've got McLaurin ahead of him. But
I have Ibuka.
I think this might be a big game for Ibuka.
Yeah, I'm going to also go Ibuka.
Yeah.
The Bucks are averaging like 185 passing yards per game in their last 6 games.
Yeah.
Jacob, did you know that we are like 2.5 hours away from being named the greatest sports talk podcast or radio show in America?
No surprise. Well deserved.
The64.com if you want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Go to the64.com and vote for fantasy football today. We're in the finals. Best sports talk or best talk radio / podcast. I think it is. I always screw that up. Sports talk radio / podcast. Go to the64.com. Vote for fantasy football today. It's really,
I think
easy.
I figured out what you should do.
What?
You should order and hang a banner.
Okay, yeah.
Like you should have a banner hanging behind you that says best sports radio / podcast in America.
There's been a lot of things of what am I going to do, and I don't really want to do any of them. I don't want to eat 64 slices of pizza in a week, even if we cut them in half and it's 32, because I think it's irresponsible. So I was just thinking I will donate $64 to a charity if we win.
I don't think that you should definitely not have said that while we're trying to get people to vote, because that's the lamest thing that you've said. You should give $64 to charity anyway, but you need to deliver for the people who have carried us to this potential title.
Okay. All right. By the way, Kevin Roth says Tampa starts dry. I don't think it ends that way. Increasing chances for rain as the game goes on. Depends on how well this batch holds together as it slides east. All right. Let's get back to rapid fire for the so 12:35. Nothing but your questions. What's up?
I just saw something in the chat, and I'm just wondering if it's true. Have they announced anything yet?
No, I haven't seen anything, unless it just happened. Why?
I don't want to say anything until we see if it's real or not.
I'm seeing that Alabama looks like they're getting in. Why? What does it say?
No.
Look, Miami's out, bro. There's no way Miami's not out. There's no way. Because I'll tell you what, if Miami were in, my phone would be buzzing, would be on fire right now. Olave or Vele?
Olave.
Yes.
What do we got here? Burrow or Knicks?
Burrow.
And Mitchell, Godwin, or Adonai Mitchell, Chris Godwin, or Burden? Pick 2. Full PPR.
I would sit Godwin, but I'm on an island.
I might be there with you.
Okay.
No, it's Mitchell. Yeah, I would sit AD Mitchell.
Pittman or Mitchell?
Pittman.
Pittman. Strange or Kincaid?
Strange for me.
Yep.
All right.
Alabama is the 9 seed.
Alabama's in?
Alabama's in.
Yeah, Miami's not getting in over Notre Dame. It's just unbelievable. Although if they're the 9 seed, so is Notre Dame not the 10 seed?
Wait, I haven't got to the 10 seed yet. I'm just updating the college football playoff Twitter account.
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
Dave probably already knows. Here he comes. This is a big moment. So both Tulane and James Madison are getting in?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds legit.
No, it's fine. Like, honestly, these small schools deserve a shot. They deserve a shot. I'm fine with that. I'm just not fine with beating Notre Dame and getting left out for them. That's what I'm not fine with.
Right.
Neil, Gainwell, or McLaurin? Half point.
McLaurin.
Thank you all for voting. Appreciate it very much. Juwan Johnson, Woody Marks, Xavier Worthy, Mechie, Romeo Dobbs. We need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Wow.
Tough. I think Juwan's the flex.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Heath.
No, you go ahead, Dave.
I think I'm going to go Dobbs and Worthy over Mechie.
I would.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
Okay. That's all right. T.
Worthy.
Higgins, Cortland Sutton, or Chris Godwin?
Well, we've got something else in the chat. We got something else in the chat.
No
the
way.
Chat is just trolling you, or
They're lying.
they are not. Adam Azer, you are in the college football playoff.
Here. No way. That's not true.
We got paid power, baby.
Did we really get it? Are you serious?
We're in.
I'm serious.
Dave,
You're
are
in.
you serious?
We're in. Hold on. My kids call me. I got to take this call. You cannot curse.
No.
You cannot curse. I'm live on the air.
Let's go. Oh, my phone is on fire.
I know.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's real. It's legit. We deserve it.
I cannot believe they. I can't believe it.
Yes. And you know what? We're going to be trouble.
Yeah, I'll call you back at like 9:00 tonight. Bye.
All right, listen, I
Guys, thank you for humoring me. This is unbelievable. I can't believe it.
That's amazing. This really meant a lot to us. It's the best team we've had in 20 years. I'm glad we've been rewarded for it. And they did the right thing. Thank you. Thank you to the committee. You did the only thing you could do. And I'm sorry to Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a deserving team. They are that someone was going to get
they should be in and Alabama should be out.
Someone that was deserving was going to get left out. It's a tough system. I'm sorry, but
it's a tough system if you don't have your commissioner of the conference in the room telling them that half the teams in the playoff have to be from your conference.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can look at it. I'm not going to say you're wrong because there's no right answer here. I just think that when you have a head-to-head, that has to trump things. It has to, and I'm glad it actually did. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go. Here we go. Lamar or Jacoby?
Jacoby.
Lamar.
All right. So why?
A valid question.
Because the arc of history is longer than the last month. Is the first answer. And the second answer is Jacoby has a very, very depleted set of weapons against a very good defense.
All right. I'm with you, Dave. I'd go Jacoby. I just don't think that like losing Greg Dortch. I think it does matter. I don't want to completely.
Dude, you have to say that the depth loss matters.
No, it does. But Lamar's got more.
It does.
Lamar has more working against him right now than Jacoby Brissett, I think. But all right, let's see. Malik Washington, Dontavian Wicks, Gabe. What?
I feel bad for you.
Jacob actually likes Wicks, so I think we should just let Jacob answer and give the guy some hope.
Wicks.
And I'll say Wicks too, just because of involvement in the offense and everything else.
All right, I think I'm gone now.
All right, man.
All right,
guys,
doctor.
Great luck. Great luck. I hope I'm not. I don't think I'm playing any. I have 7 leagues.
We're playing each other,
and you're trying to keep me out
in the IDP league. IDP?
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome.
See ya.
All right. Kareem Hunt or Jaden Higgins, Jacob? Break the tie from earlier.
Kareem.
Let's see. Gadsden or Ingram, Mooney or Burden?
Give me Gadsden.
Give
me Burden.
Yep.
All right, listen. If you think about it, the things that you're doing at 11:30 are afternoon things. They're not morning things anymore. Franklin, Mooney, Vele, pick one.
I will go Franklin.
Me too.
Cautiously over Vele.
Brees Hall or Lad McConkey?
Brees.
Yep.
Dave, I am shaking right now.
Yeah.
Half PPR, Ken Walker, Jacoby Myers, or Kincaid. Ooh.
Great options. I kind of want to go with Myers because if it's half PPR, I thought it was full PPR. Half PPR, give me Walker over Myers.
Walker for me.
Debo Samuel or Khalil Shakir?
Shakir.
Yep.
Pick one in PPR. Monangai, Hampton, Chris Rodriguez, or Gainwell?
Give me Hampton.
Monangai.
Lamar, Jackson, or Daniels? I'm sorry, did we do that one? I'm Daniels.
I'd go Daniels. It sounds like Jacob likes Lamar.
Barely, yeah. We did do this one earlier. I think Keith was Lamar.
It's okay.
Let's see. Brian Thomas Jr. or Luther Burden?
Burden.
They're very close. Yeah, let's go Luther.
Look at this. He's the power trip and FFT are your favorite. You know what? Good luck to the power trip in all seriousness. Should be a good battle here. Thank you.
Will, are they talking about it on their show?
They're promoting it on Twitter. I know that. So, Neil or Addison?
What's the format?
I'll go Neil.
I'll take Neil too. I don't really love it though.
Let's see what we got. Yeah. ETN. We need 2 running backs and a flex. ETN, Tootin, Chris Rodriguez, and Quentin Johnston.
ETN for sure.
It's
Give me
full
Rodriguez
PPR.
with him, and Quentin Johnston over Bashal Tootin.
Yep.
Man, this is this kind of week. It's tough, you know. You got these 4 teams on bye. We got some good offensive players on bye. We got some bad weather. In fact, let's take just a quick break from the questions. If you're just joining us, welcome to Fantasy Football Today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Weather, do we have any updates? Let me see what Kevin Roth is saying. If there's any updates. I know he said that he's expecting he wouldn't be surprised if there's some rain in Tampa late in the game. Here's what he's got on Buffalo. Heaviest of the snow comes around kickoff or even pregame. Snow should taper off a bit throughout the game. So I'm going to just start all my Bengals and Bills that I was planning on starting. You guys good with that?
Yep.
For the most part, yes.
The one I don't know about is McPherson. I think I might get away from the kicker there. I don't know, Dave. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't hate it just because of the weather and all those other issues. Ball doesn't travel as far in cold weather.
Like is the field going to be a little wet? Are they going to have to shovel off?
The field, you're looking at there's more than just like a dusting of snow on the field, but it doesn't look like blizzard conditions whatsoever. Literally looking at a post on X from the NFL that was sent less than a minute ago showing Burrow and Josh Allen warming up.
I think we're good there. I think I'm just gonna roll with it. And that's all I got right now from Kevin. Wait, I had more of his tweets pulled up.
Well, what about the rain in Jacksonville? Do we know anything more?
Jacksonville game is starting with some spotty light showers. We could see some heavy downpours toward the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. He says, in the end, I don't think there's a single game on today's slate I would alter my fantasy lineup for based on weather. There's a lot of questionable close ones, but nothing really awful. And the last thing I'll say about that is I think we've been sort of taking that approach. And then I can count too many games where we go, oh, well, the weather was bad. And I'll give you a perfect example. Pittsburgh and Buffalo last week. You know, the AP recap, I read that quote about the swirling winds making it tough to throw. The Eagles-Bears game on Black Friday, really bad weather there. I know A.J. Brown had a great game, but pretty much the passing games were horrible. So I don't want to I'm tired of underreacting to weather. It's a really tough thing. I don't really know what to say. I'm not a meteorologist. Kevin Roth is. All right, but here we go. Sorry, everybody, for that detour. Olave or McConkey?
Olave.
Agreed.
Start Chris Godwin, Zach Ertz, Quentin Johnston, or Woody Marks?
I think I have Godwin the highest. I don't know the format. I'm assuming full PPR. I would take Godwin.
Me too.
Bo Nix or Jacoby Brissett?
Kobe.
It's Knicks for me.
I like the smell of real Christmas trees, but the no maintenance of a fake one. Yeah, I get that. Jacob, what are you, real or fake?
Can I decline to answer?
You don't have a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's really nice. I just got mine yesterday. Goddard or Waller?
Join the club, Jacob. I would go with, I think I have Waller higher than Goddard.
I don't know if all of you Christmas tree people out there feel this way, but inflation has hit me hardest in the Christmas tree department. The Christmas tree we bought yesterday was about double what we used to pay for it 5 years ago. It's insane.
Yeah.
Daniels or Mayfield?
Daniels for me. Close.
Let me see. It's Baker for me.
Dave, most wardrobe changes this season. Burrow or Mayfield?
Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow over Mayfield. I'm sorry.
I'm
looking
with you. Yeah.
one in particular. I'm just going to click at random here. Herbert or Sam Darnold?
Oh, that always works out well. I would go Darnold over Herbert.
Me too.
Thank you very much. We're super excited. Ibuka or Hampton?
Half PPR.
Abuka.
I don't think my Hampton love goes that far. I think I would take Ibuka.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was a question here. My bad. Higgins or Ibuka? I'm Higgins. I think Jacob's Ibuka.
I'm Abuka.
Dave, Higgins or Ibuka?
T. Higgins over Emeka Ibuka.
AJ Brown or Justin Jefferson? Is there another Brown?
Brown.
Oh, Chase Brown or Justin Jefferson?
I would take
Brown.
both of those Browns. I would have taken Amon-Ra St. Brown. I would not have taken Equanimous St. Brown.
Or the Browns. Kamani Vidal or Kareem Hunt?
I'm pretty sure Kareem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be lucky if you get 10 touches out of Vidal tonight. Unless Omarion is just not right. But all indications are that he is right.
Brissett or Daniels rest of season?
We talked about this one about an hour ago. I lean Daniels rest of season.
I got to focus here.
It's okay. Hey, dude. Biggest day for Canes football fans in 20 plus years. So we're allowed to be excited.
Adonai Mitchell, Alec Pierce, or Troy Franklin?
The only way it's going to get better is when we win our fantasy games, all of us today. Mitchell is at the top of the list for me.
He's the lowest for me.
Oh.
Who were the other two? Franklin and AD or Pierce?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, Franklin, Pierce, and
I would go with Pierce. It's close.
All right, what do we got here? Jacoby Myers
I agree.
and
Genty or Hampton?
Yeah.
Myers.
Genty is probably the safest, air quotes, of the three.
I think Genty I'd go with here, but he does have a pretty tough matchup. Jackson, Daniels, or Tyrod Taylor? Daniels for me and Dave, and Jackson for Jackson for Jacob. DJ Moore or Brian Thomas? This is a good one here. DJ Moore or BTJ?
DJ Moore.
Yeah, they're close. It's just barely BTJ for me.
Dave, is this even possible?
What, to be a listener since 2006? No. The podcast, I don't believe the podcast started until at least 07 or 08. It was before you were even born into CBS Sports.
It was before I was born into CBS Sports. It was almost when Jacob was born. I started in
Not quite.
I started in 09.
How old were you in 07?
Me?
You.
13.
Okay. All right. So you're older than I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm 23. Dave, do you agree with Fannin over Andrews from earlier?
It depends on format. Non-PPR, absolutely, I would go that route. Full PPR, I think I agree that way too.
Fannon's better in full PPR than Andrews. I mean,
it's Fannin all the way around.
Thank you so much for voting. Really appreciate it. Guys, go to the64.com. Vote for us in the Sports Talk Radio /podcast category. We're in the finals. We had this last day to vote. DJ Moore, Omarion Hampton, Swift, Neal, full PPR.
Hampton, Swift.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think it's Swift and Neal for me.
Mahomes or Knicks?
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Devin Neal or RJ Harvey?
Harvey.
Agreed.
McLaurin or Metcalf.
McLaurin.
Not DK. Definitely McLaurin. I can't believe this.
What? Oh,
I
yeah.
just I can't believe we have another game.
That's how it feels like when you go into week 14 and you're in like 7th or 8th place and you somehow make the playoffs.
Yeah, and you're an underdog in the projections and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you pull out a 4.6 victory.
Yeah, man.
And you've got another game next week, baby.
Woo! All right. I need 2 between Adams, AJ Brown, and Michael Wilson. Half PPR.
The video of us reacting is going to be classic. You got to go with Adams and Wilson over AJ Brown. I kind of like it. If it's half PPR, I think I still like it that way.
I would go with Adams and AJ Brown, but I'm totally fine with Wilson if you want that.
They're all top 12 types of wide
Wilson's
receivers.
probably like safer, right?
Can you believe those words just came out of your mouth?
I know. Yeah.
Michael Wilson?
Like
Yeah.
more likely to get like 5 or 6 catches at least, kind of a game.
You might get 10.
Michael Wilson. See, Michael Wilson is going to give me false hope because he's been kind of carrying one of my teams. And then once I get to the playoffs, he's going to be on my bench. I need 2 out of Kyron Williams. See, these are fun. I like the questions with good players. Kyron Williams, Quinshon Judkins, and Ken Walker. Or I would bench Sutton personally and play those 3 in half PPR.
Yep, for sure.
But Walker versus Sutton is tough too.
That to me, that's where the committee meets and has to have the debate until 2:30 in the morning. I think Sutton in half PPR. I think Sutton is the answer against the Raiders, especially. I know Walker's got the Falcons, but I have a tough time trusting Kenneth Walker.
I'm so excited to tell my son that we're in. Need 1. Kincaid, Charbonnet.
Show him the video. Just let him watch it, just like you watched it.
Fair.
The playoff show.
Kincaid, Charbonnet, Trey Tucker, Jordan Mason.
And it's tight end premium. I would go Kincaid.
Absolutely.
Okay. Ibuka, Higgins, Wilson.
If it's Michael Wilson, I would go with him. If it's some other Wilson, Roman Wilson, Wilson Phillips, whoever, then go with Ibuka.
I would go Wilson if it's Michael Wilson, not Wilson Phillips. Pick 3, Shakir, Michael Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, Devontae Smith, Christian Watson. I think we're all going to agree on this one.
Yeah, you'll sit Mitchell here.
And Watson.
Yeah.
I would say
pick 3. Oh, there's 3 names.
I would say Shakir and Mitchell.
I didn't see Shakir's name.
You start Watson over Shakir. I really struggle with Watson. He's in 3 of my lineups today. I need him to come through.
I like him.
I'm nervous. You know, he's just like such a high ADOC guy. He's just never been, he's only been reliable for 8 games with Aaron Rodgers when he was a rookie. Since then, he's been a big Fulgia guy. And now you got Reed back. You got Golden back, right? Golden back. So I don't know what it's going to, we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be an unpredictable receiving core. Lamar or Brissett? Boy, we are getting Lamar, Brissett, Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow a lot. I'm going Brissett. Dave's going Brissett. Jacob's going Lamar. Devin Neal or Devon Vele, PPR?
Vele.
I would go with Neal.
It's very gutsy, Dave. I'd go Neal also, but I think Neal feels a little safer. But maybe Vele has more upside or no. McLaurin or Flowers?
McLaurin.
Agreed.
Harvey or Hampton? We're going to go Harvey there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 running back and a flex PPR. Hampton, Monangai, Pierce, Burden, Neal, Rodriguez.
Hampton. I got to double check.
I would go Monangai
and
I would go Monangai and Pierce. I'm fine with Monangai and Hampton if you want to roll with both.
I'll take Pierce and Hampton.
It's full PPR.
Yeah, I think I go Pierce and Hampton too. Monangai has, how many catches does he have this season when Swift has played? Like 3? So
sounds about right.
He's got that risk factor. Whereas Hampton, I could see him having 3 catches. The answer, by the way, to that question was 7. 7 catches when Swift has played all year for Monangai. Neal or ETN? ETN.
Yeah.
Michael Wilson or Aaron Jones?
Are they talking about a 16-team playoff next year? Like already?
Probably.
I think Wilson, but I really like the spot for Jones.
I really like the spot for Jones too, but if it's full PPR, it's Wilson. And even if it's non-PPR, I think you got to lean Wilson over Jones. But I do think Jones is in a good spot, like you said.
I'm only because he's playing Washington, but yeah, you know what? Look, 11.8, 15.9, 11.8, 8.7. I think he got hurt in the game where he had 8.7. He's a little underrated, actually, I think. Now that I'm real. Okay. I go Wilson, but I like what you guys are saying there. I should probably have paid more attention to that.
Last little news nugget just before lineups lock. Jay Glazer reporting that there's no limitations on Dalton Kincaid in week 14.
Oh, that's great. Then I am all in on that then. That's
Okay.
great news.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas Jr., Luther Burden, Dalton Kincaid.
I'm sitting Brian Thomas. I'm sitting your first round pick.
Oh gosh, that's fine.
I am also.
Yeah.
Do we think that we could have convinced the networks to put Cincinnati Buffalo at night and Texans Chiefs at 1? I think that would have been a little bit better.
Well, we don't really have much of a say when it's not our network, and we really don't have much of a say when it is our network. So no.
Kincaid, Burden, Charbonnet, or Marks?
I have a tough time just trying to get in touch with the guy that does the NFL scheduling every year. I'm trying to get in his ear about, can you stop doing this in week 14? Can you stop putting teams on bye in week 14? I can't convince him.
Sorry, 1 minute left.
Kincaid. I'm going with Burden. I maybe put too much faith in these Ben Johnson Bears, but I'm pretty optimistic.
I'm going Kincaid. Watson or McConkey?
Oh gosh, yeah, really similar. That's fine. I think I do have Watson higher.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the Barkley one. Hubbard, Knight. No, we're not going to start Hubbard this week. Knight or Gainwell?
Knight.
That's fine.
And Judkins over Jacoby if it's half PPR.
It is. Brian Thomas Jr. or Adonai Mitchell?
BTJ
Mitchell.
for me.
I'll take Mitchell.
I'll take BTJ. Pacheco or Hampton? That's a good question.
Hampton,
but it's a good question. Monangai or Neal?
Monangai.
Barkley, Chris Rodriguez, or
CMC on a bye?
That's a picture of me.
It sure is. For today.
Wow.
The doctor knows how to get his
Barkley.
Behind you. I'm going Barkley here.
Unless there's some player he's got a team named Barley.
Yeah,
which is great in soup, but not in fantasy.
Burrow or Lamar, Genty or Sutton?
Burrow, Genty.
I would go Sutton.
Yeah.
Oh, it's non-PPR.
It's non-PPR.
Yeah, you know what? I go Genty. Marks or Knight?
Genty's almost just a PPR scam at this point.
True.
Yeah, he does get a lot of catches.
Woody Marks or
PPR scam.
Marks, I don't like it. I don't feel good about either one.
I'll take Knight. Yeah, I don't like it either. I'd rather start Zonovan.
Dobbs or Corum?
I don't think it's a great spot for Corum, but full PPR I would go Dobbs.
Agreed.
Corum's another guy that you should expect 0 to 1 catches. And last question here. Kyron Williams or Quinshon Judkins?
They're close.
Yeah, I'd go Kyron.
I think I've got Judkins higher. I do.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't even want to weigh in. But if I had to, I'd go Judkins. All right, folks, thank you very much. Please vote for us. I'll be bugging you all day on Twitter. The64.com, best sports talk radio /podcast. We're in the finals. Last day to vote. You got to send your phone number. They send you a text message. You type in the code. You vote for fantasy football today, and we appreciate it. Hit the like button on your way out. Have a great week. Good luck to you. And again, if you watch my reaction and you're a Notre Dame fan, I am sorry. I don't hate Notre Dame. I don't revel in your misery. You deserve.
I think they should be in.
You should be in.
They should be in. Alabama should be out. That's just my opinion.
A deserving team was going to get left out. I'm sorry it had to be Notre Dame. Very thankful that we're in. Good luck. Let's get a win in week 14. Enjoy it. We'll talk to you about 7:30 p.m. tonight. See you later.
Yeah!